Bye, Deontay. See you later. Legal Licks.
What up? What's
How
up,
are
Mike?
ya?
I'm good. How you feeling?
I'm good. Just finished a workout class. Rushed home to do this show with you because we got to do it every day for the people, you know?
Yeah, we got it's a lot of stuff going on. The playoffs is lit. A lot of the unexpected is going on in the playoffs, and it's very fun to watch.
That's one thing you can expect about NBA playoffs is to expect the unexpected, literally.
Sure.
So before we dive in really quick, there have been a couple of updates in the sports world and the basketball world. So I feel like we just have to talk about it really quick. First thing with college basketball, did you see that the NCAA is going to now have 76 teams in their tournament?
Yeah, yeah, that's
What you
crazy.
think?
I mean, it's more basketball in March. What more can you ask for? It's nothing better than that.
It's more madness.
Way more madness in March. I
Mhm.
really enjoy the March Madness tournament. It's some of the best basketball. Watching the coaching, watching the kids. I mean, it's nothing better. And then now you get more kids to have the opportunity to shine on this big stage. A lot of these kids go to these schools that don't get much TV coverage or anything like that. To get that
Mhm.
opportunity now with it being more teams. Of course, they're going to put the schools in that they want in. You know, like Seton Hall missed this year. Syracuse missed this year. A couple of teams that were on the bubble because it's only a
Auburn,
few.
right?
Auburn, yep, Auburn
Mhm.
missed this year. Auburn definitely supposed to be in there. They were in the NIT instead. Now that there's more teams, the big schools get to get in, and some of the smaller schools are actually going to get in too. They just happen to have a good team or good coaching that play really good basketball. They're gonna have their time to shine and go up against some of these bigger schools that didn't play up to their potential during the year in that first weekend of the tournament.
So my question for you, loved your answer. It was a very positive outlook. But of course, there are going to be some critics who say the tournament is enough. We don't need to add more teams. You're adding teams that are weak. And if they're not able to make it, maybe they shouldn't make it. What would you say to those critics?
Those will be people that are just not basketball savants, like myself.
Mhm.
But I mean, hey, I think that everything grows on people. People didn't like the NBA when it first changed, and now I think people like today's NBA more than the low scoring NBA. It is more exciting, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
The NFL maybe have some if or ends, but some people are going to like the changes. Some people are not going to like the changes. Some people want things to stay the same. Some people don't. I feel like that's just life.
But all in all, to your point, it will provide more opportunities. And if you think about it in the world of NIL, that's going to be big for these players. If your school wasn't in the tournament, no one was really looking at you guys, then now you could probably get more deals the further on your season extends, you know?
Exactly. Well, that was a great point, Maya. I love that. Yeah. NIL money. I mean, that's all it's about is more money anyway. We can be frank here. They're not adding more teams because they want to see more basketball, because they want more of
Yeah.
this, more of that. They want more money to be made in the NCAA. That's what this world is about. That's what rules this world, and nothing going to stop it. So that's just what it is.
Okay. One other update that was also crazy, the NBA draft. It's not official yet, but they've proposed to update the way in which the draft is conducted in reference to the lottery and essentially trying to do an anti-tanking campaign, trying to stop the lower teams from tanking to get the higher, hopefully number one pick. What do you think about all that?
I feel like the updates was like really good. I feel like we have a really good commissioner right now.
Mhm.
It of course teams are gonna find their way around tanking and whatever. But the fact that even if you're the worst team in the league, you don't have the best chance at the top pick. I mean, it's gonna be hard to like pick which games to lose, not to lose. We'll see, because like I said, people are strategists in this world. So they're gonna figure out a way
Mhm.
to make the rules work in their favor as they get the book of rules. Like Shay said, he gotta see the test before he can give you the answers. So a lot of
Okay.
people work like that in life. I feel like that's what most smart people do in life. They figure out the system, and then they figure out how to adjust and make the system work in their favor. So I think it's gonna work at first, but I like the fact that just the worst team doesn't get the highest chance at the lottery. I like that a lot.
Do you think that it was needed and that teams kind of were tanking and that the tanking culture became overwhelming?
Yeah, I felt like it was some nights when you knew a team wasn't trying to win a game. A lot of the times, I don't feel like it's just the whole game, but it's like once it gets to, we're gonna play. We're gonna test out how these guys look. You know what I'm saying? This night because we know we ain't getting nowhere. I feel like it's the smart thing to do as an organization. So it's like I'm not knocking no teams for it, but yeah, I do think it happens. Now you're gonna pay for it if you want to just lose all your games, and yeah, it's simple as that. I think it's a good rule to be put in.
I'm kind of interested in seeing how the NBA continues to combat it. Because if you think about it, last year, didn't they add in a new rule where it was like you can't sit your starters for a certain amount of games if they're healthy? Something like that, right?
Yeah, something like that for sure.
So it seems like each year they're going to continue trying to crack down on it. I'm interested to see how that goes. For anyone that missed it, it's being referred to as the 3-2-1 system. So it's a lot of numbers, but basically teams that don't qualify for the playoffs or the play-in tournament, but avoid finishing with the 3 worst records, they're going to have an 8% chance of winning the lottery. Then if you finish in the bottom 3, and then you're the 9th and 10th play-in seeds in each conference, you'll have a 5% chance of winning the lottery. And then the losers of the play-in games between the 7th and 8th seeds will have a 2% chance of winning the lottery. So it just continues to get lower and lower. It's a lot of numbers. Do you think it'll be implemented? Because it's just a proposal right now.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. I think everybody's going to agree on it, and it'll be implemented. It makes sense. It's a good rule. I think it's a solid rule. What y'all think? What everybody, what y'all think about the rule?
What do you think about them expanding the lottery to 16 teams? That's a lot of teams.
I feel like David Stern is a smart guy. I feel like everything he's doing is a good idea. More teams in the lottery, because now anybody can get the number 1 pick at this point. It don't matter if you was the worst team, none of that. So teams 4 through 15 get the number 1 pick. Anybody can get it. Dallas got it last year. They didn't have the best percentage chance to get the number 1 pick. It just happens randomly.
I think you meant Adam Silver. You said David Stern. Can you hear me, Dallas?
Yeah, I didn't mean to say David Stern. Y'all can hear you.
It's okay. Okay, so we could just move on. You want to talk about the free play record really quick?
5-3, correct? Josh Hart didn't get any rebounds yesterday.
Who do you think on the Hawks was preventing that? Or was it his own teammates taking his rebounds?
Oh, yeah. OG got 1 million rebounds. In the first quarter, we told all our members, like, yeah, Josh Hart's not getting the rebounds. They switched him on. They switched him off for Dyson Daniels, actually. So I told them literally in the first quarter, like, yeah, OG going to get all the rebounds tonight. They made the switch. So what I do, my gift is that I can watch a game and literally dissect the game. So, like I said, they was going to make adjustments. Atlanta was going to try to make an adjustment to what New York did. And New York made an adjustment to their adjustment. They put Josh Hart on not Dyson Daniels, so he wasn't just crashing the board. So, OG got all of them.
You also said yesterday, you're like, yeah, when a game starts, I just need to watch the first maybe 5 or 6 minutes to see how they've decided what the matchups are, and then we could work from there too.
Yeah, and I said Atlanta was going to score under 104 points yesterday. They couldn't score. New York whooped their ass again. New York got their number right now. I don't really know what they got to do. Dyson Daniels can't make shots. He started off the game trying to score. Atlanta took a lead, and then he didn't shoot the ball no more. He went back into his shell. So that's what's going to happen every single time. Dyson has to score. He scored. He hit his points over. Yeah, Dyson Daniels did actually hit his points over, but it's not enough because it's not respected. It's not respected enough.
Okay, well, let's dive into some more of the game fives. A quick recap. We could start with the Spurs Trailblazers. Final score was 114-95. Not looking too good. Poor Trailblazers.
Yeah. I mean, they had a good season. It's time to wrap it up. Portland had a season that they exceeded all expectations. You know what I'm saying? With the thing with Chauncey Billups, with the gambling scandal. Tiago Splitter came in and took over. They had some players over there that they needed to develop. They developed Denny. I feel like Scoot Henderson started playing better. Killigan got to playing better. They did what they supposed to do. They weren't supposed to be a 7th seed in the West this year. So you can't really say this was a bad season. They got a game against the 2 seed San Antonio Spurs with Wemby out there. I don't count this as a losing season for them. Next year, they want to be probably 6 or 5. You know, they just want to improve. The Spurs are a real powerhouse. They got a good chance to win this whole thing. You know, I'm thunder crazy, but the Spurs is a team that could give us problems if we are not healthy. And Shea will have to just display that he's the best player in the world in order for them to beat the San Antonio Spurs. So, yeah, this series is over with. San Antonio waiting to see who wins the Denver and Minnesota series. And whoever wins that series is going to have their hands full regardless. So, the Spurs team is really good. They well coached. You can see the Popovich effect on the coaching staff here. Just the way they play, how hard they play, how they execute things, all that type of stuff. It's clear as day who the coach was before this. One of the greatest coaches of all time.
And a mentor to a lot of other coaches like Becky Hammon, who's probably one of the greatest WNBA coaches of all time. It's just a cycle, man. Okay, This one we got to move on to 76ers, Boston Celtics. We talked kind of a lot of mess yesterday about Joel Embiid, and then he heard us and shut us up. And I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I ain't saying nothing bad about Joel Embiid. Me, I thought Boston was going to destroy them. You know what I'm saying? End it, because I'm thinking it's a championship team. Boston, I'm like, Boston going to end it in Boston, because you know you got to end it in Boston, because you know Joel came back. And, like, the more games you let him get under his feet, the scarier it get now, because people got to think. Remember what I always say, how I look at the playoffs and the college basketball tournament, all that stuff, I look at teams for who they were when the season first started. When we saw Paul George, Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, all these players, we thinking the Philly was going to be somebody just said something funny as hell. We all thought that they were going to be a number 1, number 2, number 3 seed at worst in the East because they had all that firepower. Of course, they haven't been healthy. But now you letting Joel get his feet up under him now, Boston. We already know what it is with Boston anyway. If they don't make threes, they don't win. If they make threes, they blow your ass out. So we already know it's a coin with Boston. But don't make threes for 2 more games. Your ass will be going home courtesy of Joel Embiid because he can't be stopped one-on-one. Like Shaq be saying, Shaq say, like, nobody can guard him one-on-one at all. He got the best footwork. He got Hakeem Olajuwon footwork, but he got power too. So you can't guard him one-on-one. You got to bring 2, and when you bring 2, it's hard to guard those guards like Maxey or VJ Edgecombe when you come in rotation. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a difference between guarding somebody when you rotating to him and guarding somebody when this your man, you locking up full court. When you got to come in rotation to him, it's not always the person that's supposed to be guarding them one. It might be a big man going out there rotating to him. It might be a Sam Hauser out there rotating to Maxey. They can't guard Maxey one-on-one. They sure can't guard him when, you know what I'm saying, when he's coming out of the rotation, he attacking your foot, your closeout. That's a different type of defense, and you can't guard those quick guards like that. And Paul George, none of them. Nobody that Philadelphia is playing is easy to guard on a closeout, running out with somebody that's not supposed to be guarding.
Mm-hmm. But if Philly is so strong with such talented players, why are they in this position where they're down in the series and they're getting blown out?
Any of them games when Boston make them threes, you're gonna lose. No matter who you are. I saw a stat. They're shooting over 40% in their wins, but in their losses, they're shooting 27%. Can't shoot 21% from the 3-point line and think you'll win NBA playoff basketball games.
So then those
27%
games
is bad.
So you're saying those games, it wasn't that the games that Philly lost, it was that the Celtics lost them by not hitting the threes. It's not because Philly stepped up and was better.
It's a good mix. Philly stepped up and was a better team, but also the Celtics missed. It's a mix. But like when Boston's making threes, you're probably not gonna beat them. You're just not gonna beat them when they make threes. Philly. It was a point yesterday when Philly made, I think, 6 threes in a row. Literally 6 threes in a row. Andre Drummond hit one. Maxey hit one. Grimes hit one. VJ hit one. Paul George hit one. They hit literally 6 threes in a row to end the third quarter and start the fourth. And that's when they took the lead. They kind of never looked back.
Somebody said, trust the process. Philly championship coming 2047. He said, I haven't showered.
That's a long process.
Not showering till Boston was a championship. You might not shower until 2047. Literally. Someone else on Twitch says, shout out to Quentin Grimes for showing up as well.
Yeah. Okay. Quentin Grimes for sure was super. All right.
Okay, ready to move on? One more game from yesterday. Atlanta Hawks, New York Knicks. Knicks blew the Hawks out. My question for you, right? What do you think is the key difference? Because the Hawks, a lot of their top performers kind of hit the numbers they were supposed to. Jalen Johnson, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Jonathan Kuminga. Like a lot of their players had the points that they needed. But why do you think the Knicks are still able to just blow them out? Do they have more bench players performing better?
The Knicks made the adjustment, man. Just took Jalen Brunson off of CJ McCollum. They either gonna play him with Josh Hart, OG, or Mikal Bridges, and it just makes a lot of a difference because you're forcing their best player not to make the decisions. You know what I'm saying? You're forcing their worst offensive player to score the ball on offense. That's what they're doing. You're putting him in a position that he's not comfortable in. I feel like good coaches always put their players in a position that they're most comfortable in. That's what you do as a good coach. You put your players in a position they're most comfortable in, and then you work on the skills that they lack in practice. That's what good young coaches do, college, high school, any level. That's what the key to coaching is. You put your players in the best position to be successful in the game, and then in practice, you work on stuff they're not good at. Dyson Daniels is not a good shooter, not a good decision maker, not a good any of this stuff. He doesn't want to be the person, and they're leaving him open. They're helping down off whoever his man is helping down, forcing other people to pass the ball to him, and then he's hesitating making his decisions. He either has to make threes or make quick decisions. He's not doing either one, so the Knicks are able to guard the Hawks. The Hawks haven't scored over 106 points in the last few games. They're getting locked up on defense, and then it's only so long you're going to keep Jalen Brunson from scoring the ball at the end of the day. It's only so long you're going to be able to stop Brunson. He had 36 yesterday. So it's like if you can't score, and then now the Knicks explode, Jalen Brunson go off, you get blew out. That's just the formula. And then now the thing is, y'all can't score. So now the Knicks don't even got to have one of those games with Jalen Brunson. All they got to do is lock you up and play good enough. They can score. They can beat y'all scoring 105 points, 100 points. Atlanta got
he had 39 yesterday.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta figure out a way to score the ball. You got to change your lineups if you Quinn Snyder, Dyson Daniels. As much as you want them on the field, on the court for offense, you got to play somebody else that can score the ball. They got to respect on offense because you're not going to beat these people. You're only going to stop Jalen Brunson so much. So it's like, why are you playing them? You know what I'm saying? Play somebody that can put the ball in the bucket. Play somebody that can stretch the floor. Play somebody that can space out the defense. You got to play somebody else. You can't just keep playing the same person and just losing all your games.
Do they have that somebody else on their roster at the moment that can accomplish all those tasks?
Kuminga not making threes. They tried to play Crispert yesterday from Gonzaga. I don't know. They might not have him on the roster. If Kuminga could shoot three better, it would be Kuminga, but they not respecting his jumper. I think I got to look up the number he's shooting from the 3-point line in this series. He's not shooting over 25%. If he's shooting 27%, I'll be surprised. I know he ain't shooting 30% from three. So you got to make threes. You got to play people that's going to make threes, man. You got to space the floor. If they not going to be a dominant scorer or a playmaker, they got to make threes just to space the floor.
Mm-hmm. All right. That was the last game from yesterday. Someone on YouTube had asked us to talk about the Nuggets. We do the day before and then preview today's games. So the Nuggets play tomorrow. So tomorrow we would preview their game right before it comes on. So let's move on to today's games. We have a couple of game fives coming up. We could start with the Orlando Magic Detroit Pistons with no Franz.
That's big. He might have been the best player in this series so far besides Bane or Paolo on their given nights. But Franz has been the most consistent player every night. He's went out there. He's played really well in all categories: rebounding, scoring, assisting, playmaking. He's taking a couple charges. I don't know. I feel like that him missing should at least get the Pistons a win tonight. But Pistons can't score the ball either. And you see how the narrative keeps coming up. These teams that don't have the floor spacing are down in the series or losing in the series or having issues in the series. The Pistons had that same issue. Tobias Harris is the only one coming to play right now for the Detroit Pistons besides Cade Cunningham. The Thompson twin, he comes to play every now and then, but he can't shoot the ball. Duncan Robinson can't guard nobody. So, yeah, he can shoot the ball, but he can't guard nobody. Same thing with Kevin Huerter. He can't guard nobody.
He's also a game-time decision for today.
Yeah. I mean, Tobias is hooping, man. Old man Tobias is hooping. Look at this. Come on. This is what Durant doing out here. Y'all see what Durant doing out here? This is your all-star. That's your all-star right there. Yeah. He don't even deserve to get his name called correct the way he be playing in this playoffs right now. He doesn't even deserve to get his name called correct. We're going to respect him because, you know what I'm saying, this is what feed his family, but he got to play better.
The way that so much trash has been talked about him, I'm genuinely hoping that he just has, like the same way Joel Embiid went crazy yesterday, I'm hoping that Jalen Duren does that, and then we could kind of eat our words. And we're like, you know what? He showed up. He was rusty. He was nervous in the playoffs. Like,
we can't disrespect Joe. We can't respect an MVP of the league, Joel Embiid, like that. I cannot allow that. He ain't gonna never go off like Joel Embiid.
That's not what the statement was. I said similar to how we talked bad about Joel Embiid, and then he went off. Hopefully, with Jalen Duren, it's the same thing to where he can have a couple bad games. We talk bad about him. Hopefully, now he can go off. If we come back tomorrow and we're like, man, see, he showed up finally.
Yeah. No, I felt what you were saying. It's just like, your statement was correct. It's just that's like comparing Shaquille. You can't give somebody even the thought of you comparing them to Shaquille O'Neal, certain big men. You can't mention them that's Jalen. That's what he is. You know what I'm saying? He not at that level. They hyped his head up this year, him being an all-star and all that stuff. He is not like that. He ain't like that. Him and Joel can't be in the same sentence, Maya. But I understand your point all the way. Your point is a very valid point.
You understood, so can we move on since you understood it?
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to say about this series?
I think the Pistons win tonight. I think K got to get people involved. Like I said, every single time when the Pistons are going to win, K got to have 8 or more assists. 8 is probably good for a parlay if you listen in the gambling terms. 8 for sure, I think he gets if you want to put that on the parlay. The others have to make shots for the Pistons to win. So I don't know if it's going to be Duncan Robinson. I don't know who it's going to be who make the shots. But when Cade passes to you, got to make the shots. That's as simple as it is. Cade going to force two people to come to him. I think Cade turns the ball over less. He's had 7 and 8 turnovers in the last few games. That's very un-Cade-like. He has to take care of the ball. And they've been a lot of, like, fast break turnovers as well. It's hard for me to ignore the Magic getting 11 points just because Franz is out. I think that is a lot closer than that for sure. But I do think the Pistons end up getting the win just because those couple minutes without Franz, I think those points end up mattering. But I do think 11 is a lot. So I'm kind of torn in between something I'll probably be betting live. No Franz is huge.
So they need to be in your group to stay updated to see what you're thinking because it's a coin flip.
Yeah. The thing I probably like most for this game is Paolo points. He'll be real aggressive tonight. And he'll probably play more minutes.
Someone on Twitch asked us a really, really good question. They said, would you pay Jalen if they lose in the first round? So Jalen Duren is currently ending his rookie contract. He's projected for a massive contract extension with the Pistons. They've been saying it might be around like 200 to 210 million as he's, going to be a restricted agent. Would you pay him if they lose?
When you look at the bigs in the league, it's probably a handful that you will take over him. So you got to pay him just because the center market isn't that big. Maybe some people in the comments can name a couple centers, you know what I'm saying, who they feel like the top centers in the league are. I think the list is really short. It's Embiid, Joker,
Giannis.
Giannis is like a 4, so like pure center, somebody that's not going to play the 4. Sengun.
After you talk so much mess about him.
Yeah, he can't guard.
Bam. Can we throw in Bam?
Bam is solid. Jalen. I'm trying to
Chet?
Somebody give me one more.
What about Chet?
You said Chet? Chet really a 4 though.
Rudy.
Put some respect on Rudy. Wemby. You know what I'm saying? But basically he's
maybe Jared Allen.
I like Jared Allen more personally, but I can't really say I'm taking him over. Maybe, I don't know. It's like that's a coin flip.
Ooh, someone said
that's
Jaren
the point I'm making
Jr.
is Jaren really a 4 too. He gonna play the 4 next year. Utah, look out for them next year. They're gonna be a good team.
We can't forget Wemby.
They say Wemby, duh. I forgot about Wemby, y'all.
Yeah. Okay. Anybody else?
Yeah. But basically, he gonna get paid regardless. If Detroit don't play him, somebody else gonna pay him.
But would you, GM Legal Licks, would you pay him if they don't make it out?
Yeah. Okay. Unless I can get one of those other guys on the list.
See, there you go. Okay, let's move on to the second game of the day. We have the Toronto Raptors, Cleveland Cavaliers. No Emmanuel Quickley. And then the other guy, he's been out.
Yeah, Chucky been out. This series is interesting. Who thought this would be 2-2, right? Or did y'all think this would actually be 2-2? Toronto played really well at home. They shot the ball well. Scotty Barnes has played out his mind, but they've had a person step up that was very unexpected. He's playing lights out basketball. He's the key to them winning any games in this series. Mr. Colin Murray from South Carolina, the rookie here, he's been playing really good basketball on both ends of the floor. Hustle points, hedging on screens, rebounding, boxing out, just playing tough, hard-nosed basketball. He can really move his feet and pick and roll really well. He's really versatile as a big because he can step out and guards and stay in front of him. He's strong. He can box out Jared Allen. He runs the floor. Young, athletic. And he's been making his little floater. He shoots this little floater because Jared Allen just stays in the paint on him and doesn't respect him at all, and he just shoots this little floater and it goes in. It's like, and it's been dropping for him. I think the Cavs get this game tonight, though. I think the Cavs are the better team. I think this is one of those games at home for Cleveland where the Raptors bench guys don't play as well. As we all know, the bench players play better at home than they do on the road. I do think that Donovan Mitchell plays really good. I think the Cavs just go win this game tonight. That spread is pretty big. I would definitely look at Scotty Barnes over still. I don't think they really have nothing for Scotty Barnes. Evan Mobley, last year's Defensive Player of the Year. Come on, man. Step up and go guard Scotty. You can't guard Scotty. But the thing really is that the Raptors' defense is fueling their offense, honestly. So Scotty's getting the ball going in transition, and he's a handful in transition. And they spacing the floor. Then you got RJ Barrett filling the lanes and things like that. It's kind of hard. It's a tough series for Cleveland, tougher than they imagine. People really don't respect the Raptors enough. And, yeah, I think it's going to be a good game tonight. All three of these games are good games tonight. I really didn't gamble much yesterday. I didn't really like the games. But tonight we got some good games. The spreads are kind of funny looking because it's like the teams that just won back-to-back games are all double-digit underdogs. The Raptors are a double-digit underdog. The Magic are a double-digit underdog, even though they both coming off back-to-back wins. So that's very interesting. I think Cleveland wins. Do I think they cover the spread? I don't know. I think Donovan plays better. Yeah.
So of the 13 times the Raptors and Cavaliers have faced each other in the playoffs, the Cavaliers have won 12 of those series. So they always beat them. If you were the Toronto's GM, what adjustments do you think they should make in this offseason so that next season when they come back, they can have a better shot? What do you think? What sort of player are they missing?
I think they're just missing player development. I think they have a solid team, a solid core. I think they're a good team. Maybe can add some shooting. Some shooting would help them. Maybe a backup guard. I like Shed. He plays a lot of defense, but it doesn't really give you much in any other categories. And also, their season's not over. It's 2-2. I mean, they might win the NBA championship. We don't know. We can't just count them out. They might win. They
might beat the Thunder. Who knows?
They might. They match up really well with a lot of teams while people playing. While we playing with the Raptors, they really do match up with a lot of teams. Hey, who knows?
Okay, we will see. Moving on, there's one more game tonight. We have the Houston Rockets, Los Angeles Lakers. No KD. Steven Adams also been gone. No Luka. And Austin Reeves is still listed as a game time decision. Those are key players for both teams. So what do you think?
They've been saying Austin's going to play tonight. The Lakers are like a 4.5-point favorite. It's tough. I think the Rockets found something. I do like Eason points over for sure in this game. I think Eason is like the key player that has to step up for Houston to play well, or just in general. I think they're going to start trying to double down on Sengun, send two to Sengun, all that type of stuff. So it's going to have to be one of the others. I think Eason is the most equipped other for the Rockets because, you know what I'm saying, the second on the scouting. So the scouting report right now for the Lakers goes Sengun, maybe Thompson, or maybe Jabari Smith. It's in that order. So at best, Eason is fourth on the scouting report. It's only 5 players on the floor at the time. So the Lakers are going to try to make the 4 or the 5 guy beat them on the scouting report. So I think Eason will be the guy. I think he will be able to be successful in scoring the ball tonight. Do that account to the Rockets win? I don't know because we got a big variable entering back in the game tonight. Austin Reeves, he hasn't played in a while. When you enter a player that's that ball dominant into the game, it can throw your other players off, or it can be, oh yeah, I'm that dude. Sengun switching on me in pick and roll, I'm gonna kill him in pick and roll. let me go for 40. Austin Reeves can go for 40, or he can mess up the Lakers tonight. It's just to see. We got to see. You definitely got to just see. I would like the Rockets to win tonight because I do. Like we said on the last show, I would love to see this go 7 and KD come back for the 6 and 7, and we see if Bron get popped or not. I want to see 7 games in this series, not just for the drama, for the storyline. Come on, NBA, just make it happen, right? Go ahead and send that little script.
You're saying even though it's 3-1, you see a world where the Rockets come back and win 3 games in a row with no KD, or at least 2 games no KD.
The no KD is tough. That's what make it tough. That's why my opinion isn't as strong. But I'm hoping and wishing. It's wishful thinking. Just wishful thinking.
All right.
Keep on out forever, man.
Okay, that is all the games for today. Do you want to dive into your free play?
Sure.
What you got?
Free play for the day. Let me think. What we like today? It's tough. It's a lot of tough games today.
Somebody commented Lakers in 5.
Lakers in 5. Our Lakers win tonight, huh? I can see that. I can see that. Okay, I'm gonna go with, since it's a little tough today, I think I'm gonna do a little parlay. I'm gonna go Cleveland Cavaliers, halftime, full time, and the Detroit Pistons just to win the game. That's gonna be my free play. I think Cavaliers at home, they settle in. They're the better team. I think Toronto does have like a little extra energy at home. Jurassic Park, it is a tough place to play in. I do think that had a big thing to do with them winning. This is a must win for the Cavs because you don't want to give the Raptors home court advantage, and now they can have a closeout game in Toronto, Jurassic Park, to end the series. So you got to go win this game so that if you do slip up in Jurassic Park again, you don't go home. Then I think the Pistons, I just think no Franz is enough for them to win the game at the crib. Just win the game. You just need them to win the damn game. I think they can do that. I'm saying this as well. I'm probably going to be taking both of the underdogs on the spread in these games, and we'll be transparent with that. I think I like both underdogs on the spread today. Pistons might blow them out, but I'm going to be watching the game live. So these are both games I'll be betting live, but I do like that free play. I think the Cavs get out early. They got a team full of vets, a good coach at the crib. They're going to understand the importance of getting out early on this Toronto team, taking all their confidence away. And the Pistons, y'all just got to go win the game, man. Y'all got to go win the game in Detroit. The arena's going to be rocking in Detroit. I almost said Chauncey Billups was going to be there. Chauncey won't be there. Ben Wallace will be there. Rip Hamilton. People will be there. Lindsey Hunter will be in the building.
That'll put a fire in their back.
Chauncey will not be there, but the other former Pistons, championship Pistons, will be in the building. Hell no. But yeah, though. I like this parlay. That's a free bet for today.
Somebody said he gambling right now. All right. Moving on. Okay, as always, they can text Legal Licks to this number. What is that package looking like?
You get all picks for all sports. Actually, if you're on here, text Legal Licks live. So don't just text Legal Licks, text Legal Licks live. I'm gonna give y'all all the plays for 30 days for just $200 instead of $300. All sports. WNBA starts next week. One of our best sports. WNBA is amazing to start the year because they just don't have the girls' lines correct. It's like they underestimate the women on what they're going to do. One thing about the girls, they do what they're going to do when they're supposed to do it. Certain girls in certain matchups. You just got to know the matchups. So it's really easy to win in WNBA early in the season. And yeah, $200. Legal Licks live. So that number, you'll get all plays, all sports, 30 days for $200. So.
Okay, perfect. Thank you guys for joining us. We're going to see what happens in these games, and we'll be back tomorrow.